Welcome back to Mama Kay's Farmhouse Bakery. I tried to videotape the farmer's market yesterday and it really did not work out. So I'm really sorry that we're a little bit late on our video. I'm making some more bread this morning for some more orders. So far what we've got is just the water and the starter in here. And I'm making that milky substance that we have, that we need. And I need to get my dough whisk out because that will be much easier than just a spatula. So we're getting that all mixed up. Gonna add my honey pretty soon. And my butter, salt, and flour. Just 1 minute while I go get everything else. Okay, we're back. So I'm gonna add the honey. Remember, I don't measure. Just kind of, there's 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. This is going to be 2 loaves in here for some bread. There we go. One and 2. Because it takes a little bit for me to melt the butter, I'm gonna do that off camera and I'll come right back and I'll show you when I add that. Okay, welcome back. I got the butter melted. So we're just gonna put it in there so it keeps that bread nice and soft. So if somebody is ordering a plain loaf, like a sandwich loaf, it stays soft for them. So now I'm just all mixing it all in to that milky consistency. But with the butter, that kind of stays on top. It's okay, it mixes in with the flour. So now we're gonna start adding some flour here. Okay, I'm gonna start mixing. Here's 5 cups. I know that we need 6, but you know how I hold off on that last cup just to see how much we need. I don't want it too tough. I just want that shaggy dough consistency. So it's 3 cups of flour usually per loaf. And this one's looking pretty good without that 6th cup. I must have was heaping those other ones. I might add a little bit, but not a whole cup. Just don't want it too dry. You want that very shaggy dough appearance. And I was gonna add maybe half a cup, but I'm not gonna add anything. This looks like a good dough. Nice and shaggy, just like I want it. I don't want to add anything else. I don't want to make it too tough. So, just gonna clean off our bread whisk. I'm gonna cover it, and then I'm gonna let it rest for anywhere from a half an hour to an hour. And then I'm gonna come back and do those. I do slap and folds. So we'll come back in a little bit and do those. Thanks. Let's see if she will let go for me. We need to make that shaggy dough into a smooth dough. There we go. So, just gonna slap it out here, make some tension in that dough. We are creating that gluten that we need. In each loaf. And you saw how shaggy it was when we started. Now it's already starting to turn smooth. It's getting a little bit harder, as you can see, to stretch it out because it's already getting firmer, which is great. That's what we need. You can see how smooth it's becoming. I might do one more set. I'm not sure, because she's not as smooth as I'd like, but it is pretty smooth compared to what we started with. So I don't know, I might just leave it alone. Sometimes when you leave the dough alone, it does better. So I think I'm gonna leave it alone because it is pretty smooth. So now this is where it takes time to double. So about 6-8 hours, and then I'll be back to shape. See you later. Hi everybody. I am so sorry. I forgot that I was supposed to record, and so I already had it laid out. This is the chocolate. So what I did was with the dough that I had this morning is I cut it in half. And the half of the loaf went for just a plain loaf. And this is my double chocolate. So I added about 1/4 of a cup of cocoa powder into the other one and worked it in real good. And then I've let it go for 6 to 8 hours to get bigger in size. And so I've got it laid out flat and put some chocolate chips on here. So now I'm just gonna roll it up. And I'm gonna pinch the sides together because I don't want any of the chocolate chips to escape. I'm gonna add some more. And these are just mini chocolate chips. And I'm gonna push them down into the dough. So I hope they just stay. And then I'm gonna roll this one up over it. And again, pinch the sides. I'm gonna try to, yeah, that worked out really well. I was able to turn it so I can roll it up. I'm gonna add some more chocolate chips. Pushing it down as I go. I want to be very liberal with my chocolate chips because I want them to get a bite of chocolate chips in every bite or every slice they do for their bread. And then I'm just going to roll it up. And I'm gonna put the chocolate chips back in if they keep falling out. There, so it's a nice ball. And the ends are together. I am just gonna put it in this loaf pan with the shower cap on top, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge to let it do the cold proofing process. I will probably bake these tomorrow morning. So we'll see you then. Good morning, everyone. Look at that dough. So the left one is the chocolate and the right one is the plain. Obviously, right? And then I got some more dough going for some more. So I'll show you the final product when it comes out of the oven. Have a great day. Morning, everybody. See the final loaves? I do put a K on that, so isn't that cute? All right. Have a good day.